Joining us now is Robert Michael. Welcome to the show, Robert Michael. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Great to be here. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. We had so much fun talking on the phone the other day. What I did not know about you is that you used to own lots of dogs. Tell us
Mhm.
about that early beginning for you in your journey.
Yeah, so my family, I was about 6 years old. We were living in Flint, Michigan at the time, and we just wanted a family dog. So we thought, why not get a Malamute because it gets really cold. It'd be a great winter dog to have, something good for that climate. And so we got a Malamute, and then we realized, okay, maybe we should get another dog so that dog has a friend. And we went to a dog sled family who gave us another dog. And those two dogs had puppies, and we had 12 pups out of that litter. We're like, what do we do? We decided to keep all the dogs. And we thought to get into the sport of mushing as a good family oriented sport. There's a lot of mushing in Michigan that a lot of people might not know even exists there. And from the time I was 6 years old until 18, my family was heavily involved in that sport. We ended up having about 16 Malamutes. We had at times Alaskan Huskies as well. We had dogs that were just primarily working dogs, but also show dogs that then converted into working dogs. So my childhood was filled with Alaskan breeds, and it was a very unconventional childhood, but it was amazing. It was the best childhood I could have asked for.
So you use the word, is it mushing? Like MUSSH, like ING, like mush, mush. Is that mushing?
Yeah,
Is,
yeah. So
what?
I guess it's the most slang term for mushing. Most people familiarize themselves with dog sledding.
Okay.
Mushing comes from more of the Inuit form of the word. So depending on where you're at in the country, some people might say they're dog sledders, some people might say they're mushers, some people might
Okay.
say they're dog team drivers. It's just a slang term for it.
Understood. Okay, thank you for explaining that to me. Also, I
Yeah.
wanted to know, so is like the Iditarod like the Super Bowl of that sport? Or what it like I know that word. I know what the Iditarod is, but how does that all
Yeah.
connect?
Yeah, it would be like to college football, the Rose Bowl, right, or the Super Bowl for the big teams. There are qualifiers in Michigan. There is the UP 200, which is a dog sled race, which covers primarily most of the Upper Peninsula, and that's from Marquette to Grand Marais. And if you place in that, you can have a better shot of getting into the Iditarod as well. So it's not like a lot of people think. Oh, I just want to go run the Iditarod. I've been mushing for a long time. It takes a lot more than that. And there's different qualifying races around the states, but that is, I guess, the culmination, which celebrates that serum run, which took place in 1912.
Beautiful. That's so exciting. Um, Robert Michael, what I wanted to ask you about too is that now your production company is named after that. So tell us about your production company.
Yeah, so my production company is named GEEPAK Entertainment, based on the Inuit word in mushing for turning right, which is G. It's spelled GEE. So my company is GEEPAK, as if it's the right pack to be with. It's been unofficially my company for several years, but it wasn't until about 2 years ago that we finalized everything as an S corp. And so now everything we make is under that name.
And
Just to
what are
kind
you
of give an
making?
homage.
What?
Oh, so just to kind of give an homage to that part of myself. Because I never wanted to quite let it go, but I want to continue the name.
It's beautiful. What are you working on? What are you producing over there?
So right now we are producing a documentary called All Dreams Have Delays. And it's a kind of coming of age documentary with dramatic recreation. So I guess technically a docudrama. It's about a man that wanted to chase his dream and come out to California where dreams are made, but also where dreams can be broken. And it kind of tells his story of trying to realize who he is as a person at the same time because he is a gay male, and also trying to juggle this dream, which he realizes maybe wasn't his dream at all. And the story and the documentary kind of share that it's okay to change your dream and to maybe go back home and chase a new dream as long as you keep dreaming for something. I firmly believe that dreams can change. We can dream different dreams every day as long as there's something inside of you that's pulling you to something higher and something forward, and that it's okay to change whatever that might be. So it's a beautiful story about accepting yourself, but also going with the flow and realizing that maybe dreams are going to change from time to time, and that's okay.
Now, on your IMDb, you have some nice accolades. Let's talk about that. Some of the other roles that you've played.
Yeah. So most recently, we did Oblivious. There's actually the poster, which we got to turn here, directly behind me here. That I played Daniel in. I played the male lead with that. We just recently won a Telly Award as well for the music. It stars myself, Naomi Grossman from American Horror Story, Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray. Before that, I've also been on Glow with Netflix. I was a singer on that show for season 3. I played the character Sean Gum, which was on a Lifetime series called American Princess, which unfortunately only had 1 season, but I still highly recommend going and watching it. It's really cute, really fun show. Jenji Cohen produced and created that show. And then I've done a bunch of different things for Reels Network, a lot more docudramas, but recently it's really been me honing in on creating a lot of my own content. And I found a lot of passion, success, and love for creating from within as opposed to creating someone else's story for them.
And indie docs are the rage. I mean, you have all the tools now, and it seems to me that people are wanting to tell their stories. They're storytellers. And so they're like, well, I can tell this story. I don't need to wait for this idea to be green-lighted. It's a great idea. We have a lot of documentarians here on our staff, and their work is lovely. I mean, it's great. It's good work, right? And are you enjoying that? Are you enjoying the gift of being an independent filmmaker?
I do, because before I was an independent filmmaker, I was beholden, as many are, to what someone else is going to put on the table. And I would find myself saying, man, I wish I could tell this story, or man, this story is also really great. Why isn't, the Hollywood, production companies making this kind of story? And by making it myself and being an independent filmmaker, I now have the liberty to tell the stories that I want to tell, stories that maybe would have been overlooked. Even when it came to making Heartprints in the Snow, which is my dog sledding documentary, we were able to tell small town musher stories that normally you would never hear of, unless you have somebody who is more independent making that come true. So it's liberating, and it's a really warm feeling being able to tell your own stories. And I love being able to shed light on something that I could deem important, the world might deem important, that otherwise would have been overlooked. So there's a lot of success and power in that, and I really enjoy shedding light on that kind of thing.
I appreciate that so much, because that's basically my mission in life. Someone recently kind of like said something unkind. They're like, oh, well, if, she was really talking about me. They're like, oh, well, if she was that great, how come she's not like Oprah, or how come she wasn't picked up by this person or that person, blah, 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 right? But as an independent television producer myself, part of the reason is because I want to tell the stories that maybe no one else is going to tell, or the stories or the people that might be getting overlooked, right? So I do it the way that I'm doing it, because that is my passion. That is my path. That's my story. That's my journey, right? So, and for me, it's not about the fame or the fortune. It's just about creating good work, and every day making a difference. And I know that your new documentary is definitely going to make a difference. So I wanted to just tell you congratulations. And I see you. Does that make sense to you? Like, I see your spirit. I see your drive. We got a chance to talk for a half hour the other day on the phone about your family and all the things that matter to you. And so you're doing good work. So I just wanted to tell you kudos, congratulations, and you're awesome.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for that. As independent producers, I do believe that is the future. I do enjoy seeing so many more people, even in Los Angeles, breaking out and saying, I can do this. And if you have an iPhone that has, any iPhone now can create amazing content. Or if you just pick up a camera and just start learning. And there's a part in every creative person that wants to share stories. And we're living in an age now where it's so much easier to do than ever. And I'm seeing people that used to say, kind of like what you're saying, oh, well, why isn't Oprah picked? Why isn't she like Oprah? Why isn't she like this? Or asking me, oh, well, if your stuff is so great, like, why isn't Hollywood hiring you to direct this new series or this series or this film? And to be honest, I kind of don't want them to. I want to carve it out my own way. And I find that as a creative person, having control over my own creativity, that's what it's all about. It's not about making millions and millions of dollars. It's just being able to share something. And if you're a true creative, that's what it's about. It's not about the fame and the fortune. You hear all the time from people that are very big in Hollywood that aren't maybe the happiest because they don't have the creative freedom to really do what they want because it's being told for them. And we are now people that are creative and independent that can do it ourselves and share stories the way we want to share them. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
I think that's great as well. And there's room for everyone, right? And I love Oprah. Like when I started here at this TV station, I used to walk by the poster of her show back in 1997 every day, and I would look up to her and I'd be like, wow, I was so inspired. And I'm like, if you could do it, I can do it. I mean, and that was like a baby girl dream, like a long, long time ago, right? And, you know, I admire her and I respect her, but there's only one Oprah, right? And if you can't be that person, you've got to be the best you can be, right? And we all have a part to play. So congratulations. It was so nice to visit with you, Robert Michael. Wishing you all the best and happy journeys to you, my friend.
Thank you so much. And remember, there's only one Donna Drake, and you're doing fantastic.
That's very kind of you to say. Thank you so very much. All right, please keep in touch with me. And thank you for educating me a little bit about your beginnings and with all those beautiful dogs. Okay, happiness to you. Be well. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Great to talk to you.
Well, today we are here at Ubliss in Queens, and joining us now is Stella. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting us. We've been looking forward to this for a few months now. Your staff is wonderful. Your place is beautiful. I'm so excited to get to know you. So you grew up in South Korea, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your journey.
Okay, so when I was immigrant here with my whole family, when I was 16 years old, so that time I was in the teenager. So I had a really battling. At the same time, I have to taking care of my sister, brother, while my mom's working at the nail salon. So they're not there every time. So in there, we had a really hard time that all we eat like egg and kimchi.
Okay, egg and kimchi.
Egg and kimchi in the
Okay.
refrigerator.
Okay.
And then I have to prepare most of the housework. At the time, I was like in the high school, I was playing piano. So I was a accompanist actually. So that brings me extra income to help my family. And then I was about to going up for a professional pianist, but then I realized that it's gonna be very challenging for my family to support me. So I don't want to go to that way. So I decided to become a teacher. And then in the meantime, I was working at the rehabilitation after graduate high school. And then I found myself that I feel joy when I help people, when I help clients. And then the doctor said, oh, you should be a nurse. So I go to Borough Manhattan Community College to get my RN. And then I got hired to the nursing home. And then I immediately transitioned to the Jamaica Hospital Medical Center, which is level 1 trauma care. And then I told them, please bring me to the most hard, most tough unit so that I can learn and then I can help you guys. And then that brings me like really training very well. So it's like a war.
Wow, Stella.
Yeah.
So you worked with trauma.
It's a level 1 trauma care center.
Okay.
The Jamaica Hospital known as that. And then I went to work as a step-down ICU unit. So people are whoever they're fighting for life and death. Wow. So whoever goes to feel better, they go to medical surgery, and then whoever feels getting worse, they go to the ICU. And then some people they go to the holistic care. So I've been looking at people are coming and go, life and death. So I found out myself how to live like a quality life during your lifetime. So I want to give the like some kind of gift what I have it to the people and to live them best of themselves. That's why I bring to the aesthetic and functional medicine.
And that's why you named this Ubliss, correct?
Yes.
Because Ubliss kind of covers that. It covers about the joy, right? And the
Yes.
authenticity of a person and helping them celebrate every day and being grateful for their experience, right?
Yes.
So I love the name of your company right away. And I did a little research and I read about you and I was like, this is a wonderful place. And congratulations to you. Do you still play for your children or anything? Do you play piano sometimes? Or
Yeah,
okay.
right now I'm playing like a time to time as a hobby.
Okay.
And then I play for my kids to singing and for family sometimes. Yeah, but I still enjoy it. But I was used to be a accompanist at church for 7 years, and then after I changed to the nurse, I focused on the nursing, and then when I changed to the aesthetic, I focused on there. So piano right now I'm still like enjoying it, but
Right.
that brings me like how to when you read the note, you have to scan it right away. So when I come to the patient, it comes to like all connection.
Interesting.
So I scan it right away. And what do you need for like this little bit?
Like a
So-
little note, like it's
Yeah.
like a musical note.
Yeah.
Is this a C, a G, an
Yeah,
A?
yeah.
Right?
So
It's interesting.
quickly scan it, and then
Wow.
for the hand skills coming from there. So I'm really grateful to my parents that teach me all day long since I was playing piano since 4 years old.
So it's
Yeah.
creativity that just comes through your fingertips, but in a different way.
Yes, in
That's
the medical-
amazing,
yes.
Stella. That's lovely. What do you enjoy best about Ubliss? What brings you the greatest joy?
There's many things, but most of time the interaction with my clients, the develop of like we trust, build up the relationship. Sometimes I become the psychologist. I hear their life story. That's the most incredible thing that I can help their life, not only for the outlook. So that really gives me like a fulfill that I can help. I can make something change to others' life.
Now, as an entrepreneur, I know that myself also as a business owner, we don't do it alone, right?
Yes.
So who are some of the people in your family that have like kind of supported you and besides your parents that have made your life a good place here?
First of all, my husband is really support me and going through and help me to learn all the way and then to settle all the Ubliss. Like he actually in here the decoration my family member who did it because we didn't buy any like a worker to decorate the place, and then my husband did the little pieces, and my dad is also handyman and he fixed everything. And family members, also my brother and my sister help with the design the website. So I'm really grateful that everybody is helping me to where I am. Also, I met my friend, my partner. I met him in the clinical rotation during my MP school, and then we made a link together how to help people. I shared the vision, and he shared the vision. So probably we can work together. So that brings him, which is Ellis. You're gonna see him later.
Yeah.
And he worked as a COO here, so we are working together. And he's Philippine, so he bring his community as well. So I'm Korean, so like K-beauty spreading to the so it's really vice versa.
Yeah, my new sister-in-law Jen is from Cebu. So she's from the Philippines also, and I just adore her. She's fabulous. And one of the things you and I talked about is the nicety of being in a community like this where it's so diverse and rich,
Right.
so many different cultures all blended together. And it's right from the threshold, right when I walked in, Stella, it has such a great vibe about it, right?
Right.
It has such a good feeling even to just be here. So congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
What are your hopes, for 2025? What are some things for growth that you're looking at?
Okay, so I truly believe that the business owner should look for the community what they need. So I last year we went to the homeless shelter and we give them the donation for the Christmas And then we visit there and to give them the like health care and vitamin B12 injection. So they're really happy with all that we are presenting them, and then we share the life story. And then in 2025 as well, I want to give back to the community as well, so that they know that we are here to help you guys. And
A good neighbor,
yes,
right? Yeah.
yes.
A good
so
neighbor.
that they can support us, we can support them as well. So right now, in this world, you cannot live by yourself, So I want to be present that kind of business that, we are all together, and then to make a great community. Yes.
Well, you're certainly doing a wonderful job at that, and I wanted to tell you thank you for inviting us to Ubliss, because it's nice here, and I know that your heart is in the right place. You're a very giving individual. The fact that you just shared your journey with us, and you talked about like your upbringing and what matters to you, and I'm sure that it comes through every day that you're here. So happy journeys to you.
Thank you.
And always wish you the best at Ubliss.
Thank you.
Joining us now is Nurse Ellis. How are you, and how have you been?
I'm great. Thank you, Donna, for having us here.
Good. We were just visiting a little bit with Stella, and she mentioned you, and she mentioned the fact that you met in school.
Correct.
And that you're both dedicated to Ubliss.
Correct.
So much so that you guys have been winning accolades, so many awards.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You have
Thank you.
5-star Google reviews. And tell us about your business from that standpoint.
So, Ubliss Medical Aesthetics, it's our 3rd year being named as #1 Best in Med Spa in New York from BNS, and Stella as well. When I met her during our clinical rotations, I knew about her right away because she was telling me how, like, Ubliss, that she started Ubliss, so I was very fascinated in learning it. And then knowing about her techniques and her skills, she's actually top 100 injectors, which I'm very proud of.
That's
and learning,
amazing.
Very amazing. It's very hard to be known for that as well.
One of the things we talked about was her piano playing and how that helps her have like a steady hand, right?
Yes.
Like her hands are able to do things.
Correct.
Tell us about your background. What made you decide to go into nursing?
So I've been a nurse since 2010. As for Stella as well, she was working in the hospital, and same as me. Originally, I'm working at a hospital in trauma as well. So I've been all over different units like the ICU, telemetry, and the emergency room.
Okay.
And just medical aesthetics is a different world, and I got really interested and fascinated with it because when I first met her, she was telling me all about Ubliss, and it's an industry that's fast evolving, and it's very like fast paced and very intriguing.
But yet you and Stella are still going to like workshops, more training and things like that.
We are, and we need to.
Okay.
For our clients, it's very important for our clients to be empowered in clinical decision making, for sure. Because as you know, medical aesthetics is evolving and it's a fast pace, so we need to be up to par with all the skills and all the innovations and technology, which Ubliss has. We do have the latest technology and the cutting edge treatments as for the procedures we have, as for Silform X, Ultherapy Prime, and Aerolase, which is very highly effective for our clients.
I think it's important that we let the audience know also the fact that, yes, you do have this medical training, because sometimes people will open up a spa, a medical spa, and they don't have the right training. And it's dangerous for them to put their life really in the hands of someone that's not certified or that doesn't have that background.
Correct. And I believe like what's important is to make sure that we have that trust with our clients. And as you mentioned, it's really important that you do have the medical training for the clients as well.
So you have top-end equipment here. What are some of the favorite pieces that you're enjoying using, and how do you use them?
So we do have our top procedures that we have right now is Ultherapy Prime. We do have combined them with our latest innovations. As for like Regeron, as you probably know, Korea is the #1 leading in medical treatments and skincare. So a lot of our procedures are originally from Korea, which is FDA approved here in America as well. So those are our top of our procedures.
A lot of my friends from Korea and from other areas are worried about the sun, right? So if somebody comes to you and they've already damaged their sun, because have sun damage, do you kind of help them as well? What are some things that you treat?
We do treat a lot of hyperpigmentation, melasma. As you know, the sun does, when you are exposed to the sun, especially in America, our summer is very high heat. But we can fix that.
Okay.
We do fix the blemishes as well, make sure the skin, it clears up a lot of our procedures that we do. It does that as well.
So it's almost like you're fixing
Correct.
as well as rejuvenating.
Yes, that's what's important is, we not only look good outside, but we try to make sure that they feel good inside as well.
Lovely. Now, you yourself, have you ever had a procedure done, and what do you enjoy about the journey?
I admit I have done procedures as
You
well.
have?
I've done aerolase procedures, facials, and maintenance is a very, very important thing to do. And I think it's very welcoming that, when you do it, make sure that you take care of yourself.
Well, I think it's important, too, that the person doing it also has experienced it. I think you can be a more empathetic person, because then you're like, well, I've done this, and
Correct.
this is what how it's worked for me, and it may work for you as well, right? So I think that's a good conversation. What do you love best about coming here every day?
Oh, it's the relationship with our clients. As soon as they walk in, especially when we have our clients come in for the first time, we make sure that they feel comfortable. We not only talk about skin, but we talk about lifestyle, because that really makes a effect in how you treat yourself. It's a lifelong journey, and nothing is treated right away, but we make sure that we make that loyalty and that trust with our clients.
If you're an entrepreneur and want to start your own business anywhere in the world, you could probably reach out to Stella, and I'm sure she would give you great advice. And if you're here in the tri-state area and you would like these services, please check out Ubliss. Have you ever felt like Shrek, where you had a lot of earwax? Stay tuned. Joining us now are Helen and Craig, and they are here representing BEBIRD. Welcome to the show. Hello to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what is BEBIRD, Craig?
BEBIRD is a series of earwax removal devices. And I'm sure your viewers are already wondering, why am I hearing about this? Well, about 30% of Americans actually suffer from excessive earwax. And it does a lot to diminish their lives. For example, it's not just that it builds up in their ear and it affects their hearing, but it can affect their equilibrium, their appetite, every aspect of their lives. And anybody who suffers from this understands it. A lot of those people, as we age, we begin to create more earwax. And earwax is necessary, but excessive earwax is not. It's necessary because it helps keep your ear clean, but when it builds up, it can create these problems that really impacts their lives. And prior to this, the solutions have been available for hundreds of years, and those solutions are pouring a liquid into your ear and letting it shake around, and you can get these at every major pharmacy. There's even still available at some of the pharmacies a wax paper you roll up, you put in your ear, and you light on fire.
Yeah,
And
right?
and it's supposed to
Called
suck.
wicking or something like that? Air wicking or something? I don't know what it is, but okay.
But it's supposed to suck the air.
Right.
But you can use those, but you never know until you go to that expensive visit to your ENT or your audiologist to determine what's going on. Finally now, BEBIRD has developed some tools where you can actually see in your ear. They're small devices that allow you to turn them on, sync them with your cell phone through the wireless app, and view in your ear and gently and safely clean your ear out. They're amazing products, and they've been going crazy because they solve a problem. People love the product.
Now, speaking about loving the product, they're known worldwide, right? Helen, tell us about that. They're kind of award-winning products now.
Yeah, we just begin with the earwax, and we'll see the camera. Our tagline is the ear care you can see.
Okay.
It's your actually can see your ear canal. And we did a really great global recognition. And we got 6th best of the IFA last year in Europe. And we got 3 best of the awards in the CES. We also got the CES Innovation Awards. It's really, really innovative product.
It is very innovative. I mean, I remember when I was a young girl, I had to have my adenoids taken out, and I had tubes put in my ears because I was having chronic ear infections, right? So sometimes the wax also can cause other ear problems. So keeping that clean, right, is probably the best way to go. It probably does have a lot of impact on us overall. I did not know that earwax can affect your appetite or any of those other things, but I could kind of figure out the equilibrium part, right? You know, it's also like your big toe. Who knows that your big toe also helps you with your balance, but also your ear and your inner ear, right?
Right.
So.
And there are other things impacting it more so than ever. Obviously, the elderly who are wearing hearing aids, the first thing you have to do is clear your ear canal. And then the hearing aid itself generates earwax because it sits in there.
Oh.
But also, if you look around, we all have earbuds in now, our beautiful white earbuds, and we pull these out and we notice earwax on them. And then you put that, it becomes gunky. And the reason it does that is because these devices, anything in your ear promotes that earwax. So the need to constantly clean is more prevalent than ever. So it's not just, old, elderly or people as we age, but now the heavy users of the earbuds are beginning to buy these in great numbers for that general hygiene.
I think that's fabulous. Now, this is interesting. I think it's even an innovative shape, right?
Yeah.
So this tool is, you put the probe inside your ear and it sees it, but it also is the tool that takes it out?
Yes.
Okay.
If you were to see this, it's a small device, and on the very end of it, there are lights, a camera, and a gyroscope, and there's a small scoop on the end. It's a soft, FDA-grade soft rubber, and you're able to go in and gently and safely see the earwax and remove it. Now, we have a series of products in front of you.
Right, because this one looks like a little spaceship. So what is this? What is this BEBIRD different than that BEBIRD?
Now, this is a family item.
Okay.
We call this the Complete. It has a device for cleaning and a whole series of cleaning items, from small sponges like that would be considered like a cotton tip, and then the scoops of different shape to pull out the different types of earwax you may have. And there's a pod on each side that could be assigned to a different family member.
Understood. Kind of like the family water pick where you have your different tips. This gives you like a different device for each person.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And then we have the general device there, which we would call the Pro. And it's much like this, a simple device. It ships with interchangeable heads, and all of these are work with our wireless downloadable app, either on Android or on Apple. And from there, we're launching a travel version. So it's a travel case where the device just simply sits in there, and then you have a series of cleaning devices in there.
Right, and now you have to
And
almost
you can show that.
go with, I was going to say, with TSA, I travel all the time. And I know, so Helen, you travel all the time too.
I travel all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
You
so-
could see all the tools, different tools here.
Oh, I see.
There's everything from a
There's
tweezer
everything,
to a syringe where you could put your liquids in.
Yeah.
So it's a complete tool.
Lovely.
And then finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out this new development.
Okay.
This is a world's first. Obviously, it looks like a headphone set.
It does.
But as well, it has a water jet built in and a camera. So again, you sync it with the same app, and you put these on, and you have a pod with liquid in it, and it will wash out your ear without having to have the awkward spilling it out. It's very clean, hygienic, and effective. It's a very professional tool.
Is this almost like, I was going to say, is this almost like an advanced tool? So this one is more like common everyday type of usage, and this is for someone like you said, like a hearing aid wearer that needs a little more help.
And also swimmer's ear.
Oh, swimmer's ear.
Yeah, this is for the swimmer's ear.
Okay.
And it has like water washing, and also it has like a heating system and a dry system inside. It's kind of like a one-stop solution for your earwax.
I think it's brilliant. I mean, it's one of the most brilliant. As we were sharing lunch, we had lunch the other day, Helen and I, because I wanted to learn more about the product and everything. I think it's one of the most innovative products I've ever seen, or that I've ever featured on my show. I'm fascinated by it.
May I add, it really is accessible to everybody because these products, there are BEBIRD products now available at Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, even Best Buy, Meijer, Army Air Force Exchange. They're available across the country, probably 10 minutes from your home, as well as on Amazon or even on BEBIRD's website.
It's also made very well. This is like nice. It's like dense material. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like something that's like, all right, whatever, right? This is lovely. It's not like little plastic red Solo cup. This is like the real deal, right?
It always out of your piece of art at your table. You could put on your table. It's like a kind of decoration for your,
Helen,
for your table.
A little but I do see the point. You know, because right now there is so much technology in a home. You're right. It is attractive. It's designed well, right? So it's not ugly. And it's easy to use. It takes about how long from the beginning of a session to the end of the session for your ear?
It's very simple to set it up, and any user can do it. It's as simple as connecting any device to your phone or tablet. Then when cleaning, it starts immediately. There's no lag time, and it's just a couple of minutes each day or once a week where you can go in and see the earwax and pull it out. Very easy to do.
You know, I don't know how this is going to be on a relationship, but like somebody's upstairs and somebody's downstairs, and they're like, you know, bring up the toilet paper. Well, now you know that person downstairs can hear you, right? I mean, like, you know, it's silly, but it's fun. But I can see the practicality of it.
It is, and if you see online, I mean, we have tens of thousands of reviews of people who it's changed their life because prior to this, they were spending several $100s going to their ENT or audiologist a couple times a year to solve this acute problem. And so it's just been an amazing journey. And it's rare that we see something adopted so quickly and so broadly. There's been tens of millions of units sold across the world. And so it's really an impressive technology innovation.
It makes sense to me because, you know, like when you're getting ready and you're going out somewhere and you want to like feel if your teeth are clean, if you have a poppy seed in your tooth or something like that, right? You know, and you want to be able to hear better. So I'm thinking even if you're going to the movies or you're just, you know, driving in the car, so much of our sensoriness is like happening, you know, in like you said, balance and things like that. But I almost think that it's also good for safety reasons. You know, like if you can hear better and you can hear oncoming traffic or something when you're looking left and right, it's like a safety thing. So, I mean, not to go too crazy, but I'm already thinking, my head's like spinning. I was like, oh, I need this. So,
and it's really safe. Q-tip is now safe.
Right.
You couldn't see it what happened in your ear canal, and it make your wax inside your ear sometimes. But this one, you could see it, and then you could do it, and you just remove it very safely.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you both for joining us. It's been delightful, even like before the cameras were rolling, just having conversations with you about life and the journey. So I thank you for bringing this product to the audience.
I just want to add up, Donna, and we are still doing other products as well.
Okay.
And in the future, you could see your nose inside, you could see your eyes inside, you could see your skin inside, you can see your mouth inside. So this is about full product portfolio for your personal care.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All wellness. I'm excited. That sounds great. I know, because sometimes I'll like the back of my tooth. I'd like to see that. I'm like, but we need to just keep this for the ears, right?
Yeah.
This product's for your ears.
Yeah,
okay?
for sure.
Thank you so
Thank you
very much. Be well. Happy journeys to you. This is BEBIRD right here on the Donna Drake Show. Please go to any of their websites or maybe a local retailer to get yours. Be well. Earth Day is in April, but shouldn't it be every day? Stay tuned. Celebrating the earth and all of its glory is Walter. Welcome to the show, Walter. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me, Donna.
So congratulations on the launch of your company that you've been working behind the scenes on for 4 years. Tell us about that journey for Urban Overstock.
It's been a long time coming, but it's been a journey of growth, a journey that has allowed me to see things in a different way. When we first started the app, it was supposed to be for something different. But as I grew, as I became more aware, I started to realize that there was a gap between what's accessible, what's good for the environment, and what's just there, right? So
tell us about that. Tell us about the difference. So let's walk through that. What were you noticing?
I was noticing that in order to get something that was eco-friendly, you had to really look for it.
Okay.
Right? It wasn't as easy as going down the street and finding something that's not. So I figured that something has to be done about this. We all live on the planet Earth, so we should all take care of it, whether we want to or not, whether we'd like to or not. So I decided there needs to be something that can allow people to do that both seamlessly, easily, and from the click of a phone.
How do we reduce the carbon footprint? Because some of your proceeds you're going to donate right to that cause.
Yes, reducing carbon footprint is extremely important. And how we reduce that is by reducing fast fashion, hyper-consumerism. When you choose a sustainably made product, it's something that's not only better quality, but can be used for a longer duration. When you use fast fashion, you use it for 1, 2, maybe 3 years at the very most. After a couple washes, it's already destroyed. You throw it away, you buy another one, and the cycle continues, right? You can save money, get something more sustainable, looks just as good, but lasts even longer, and it's better for the planet.
And that's where Urban Overstock comes in.
Yes.
Right? So what is on the website? Walk us through the experience, the consumer's experience.
So the consumer's experience, it's really based on what you like. We have over 200 products and counting. We have wellness, we have fitness, we even have beauty, skincare. Everything on there is made and tailored for as many audiences as possible, because as we all live on the planet Earth, we're all so vastly different. So why put everyone in a box? You know, we have everything for everyone. If you scroll for 30 seconds, I guarantee you'll find something that you like.
For 30 seconds, really?
30
I'm going to
seconds.
take that challenge. You know, you watch on social media sometimes and they have all these like different challenges and stuff. It's like,
Right.
okay, we're going to take the Urban Overstock challenge, and you go there for 30 seconds and you're going to find something. At least that's the hope and that's the intention.
I might trademark that.
Yeah, you're welcome to wait, $150? You know, I am a marketing genius.
Oh, we
okay?
can do that. We
All
can do that.
So what we're going to talk about next is, so your favorite products. What is it that you personally are enjoying?
What I'm personally enjoying the most would probably either be the phone cases or protein powder. I enjoy fitness,
Okay.
So why not have a non-GMO, vegan protein powder? Easily accessible, I can grab it whenever I want, and I know it's not clogging up my kidneys.
Lovely. Now, I have my phone in here, and it currently has on like this like plastic case, right? And
Yes.
my phone is broken and it's a mess. I think I want something that's not clear, right? That would be a
Yes.
little more cool. So
Yes.
I could find that there.
Yes, you can.
Excellent. When you started this company, who were some of your supporters? Who came on board with you to say, you know what, I love this idea and we're going to rock this out together?
When I started this idea, I want to say my fiance. She's vegetarian, so being with her over the years, she kind of opened my. She was really the main one that opened my eyes to lowering my consumerism, to consuming more healthy products for my body, consuming more healthy products for the earth, all in general, just all over health. And I think it was a shift that even though I worked out, you know, working out and being well are two different things. You can be, you know, the biggest person in the room, but that doesn't mean you're the healthiest.
Sick
you
as
know,
a dog, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So that shift really opened my eyes to something that I didn't realize wasn't there until I realized it wasn't there.
Okay. And are there like tips or tricks or ideas that somebody could have a more sustainable life on your website also? Is it educational as well as just a e-commerce site?
So as of now, it is an e-commerce site, but if you follow our Instagram, we do have tips and tricks for how you can be more sustainably friendly.
Wonderful. What's one tip that you've learned recently that you're applying into your own life?
One tip I learned recently: what you wear has direct effect on how you feel.
Yeah.
Using better products, consuming better products. I mean, sometimes it's easier to go the cheap route, but when you go the cheap route, you're also telling yourself that that's what you deserve. When you put yourself in maybe something that's a little bit more costly or better for your body, you know, you reap the rewards in the long run. So it's a long-term investment, but you are your biggest business investment. So why not take care of your body?
In the past, we had a company on called Comfy Knit, and they have breathable fabric.
Oh,
so I know
nice.
exactly what you're talking about because it helps people that have eczema, right?
Yes.
So those types of products could be found on
Yes,
your
they
site.
can. And
Lovely.
I'm glad that you said that.
Right.
When you're not using sustainably made products, they usually have a lot of chemicals and dyes in them. If you have sensitive skin, you could be triggering reactions, rashes, breakouts, you name it. When you use something that's sustainably made without those harmful chemicals, it's better for your body, so now you're not facing all these irritants that you might otherwise face with something that's not eco-friendly.
And when you're looking great, do you like to dance? Like, what do you do on the weekends?
Oh,
How you living it up? Like,
Dancing,
yes.
hey man, you can't start playing good music and not expect me to dance.
There you go. I feel the same way. Well, thank you for joining us. Wishing you continued success. I love the fact that you launched your company and you're, in part launching it here. So thank you, Walter. Truly, I appreciate you bringing your brand and bringing all of your goodness and your research here so that we can, help the audience. So thank you so very much.
Of course. Thank you for
Appreciate
having
you.
me, Donna.
You're welcome. Stay tuned for more. We've been living it up right here. And if you have a great business idea, it might take you a few years, but just take one step towards that today. Be well. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, and necks. Stay tuned. Joining us now is Suzanne, and we're going to be talking about our neck. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so Meliny, named after your daughters?
Yes.
Right? What are your daughters' names, Suzanne?
The oldest is Melissa, and our youngest is Lindsay.
Good. So you put those together, and that's the name of your company.
Correct.
What made you decide to become an entrepreneur?
I kind of fell into it by accident. So I'm a nurse by profession, and at the time I was retired. My children were young, and our youngest, when we used to have to walk to school, our youngest didn't want to put on her scarf or an over-the-head gaiter. And I knew that her neck needed to stay warm when we walked, so I cut her dickie in half. My husband had some Velcro lying around.
Okay.
And I made the first Meliny Wrap. And
Nice.
it kind of snowballed from there.
So people noticed it, then her friends wanted one, and you're like, okay, now I'm going to make these.
Correct.
Right? So being a nurse, that's why you felt like the cold air,
Yes.
would make them get sick. So you tried to protect them,
Correct.
which is often the area most of us forget about. We have the coat, we have the hat, nothing here.
Correct.
Okay. So tell us about the process. What do you have?
So this is the Meliny Wrap. This one we're promoting wrap your neck around a cause. So we will embroider the ribbon onto the Meliny Wrap.
Okay.
And it very simply, she was 4 years old at the time that I designed this. She's now 30, and now she's actually the brand. She's designing the brand. And it very simply, I didn't have to mess up my hair to put it on. And that's basically all it is.
It's not just for humans, right? You also have a line for a pet.
Correct. So
Okay.
this is the Meliny Wrap.
Okay.
And this is for people. So we're all about people and pets. The pets also happened by accident. I had somebody that asked me if I can design something for dogs or cats. We had a cockapoo. She had passed away in 2018. And I named these the Sandy sleeves because it reminded me of a sleeve. How you put your arm in a sleeve, so you put the collar into the sleeve, and you've changed the look of the collar very simply
Clever.
by doing this.
So clever.
We're all about alternative neckwear at Meliny
Okay.
LLC.
Wonderful. So your mom is actually in the audience today too.
Yes, she is.
That's lovely. What was it about your mom that helped you be the woman that you are today?
Oh my gosh. What is it about my mom? Her honesty, her encouragement. Even if she doesn't understand what I'm doing, she'll always encourage me to just keep going forward. My dad, who's no longer with us, also had a huge component in my life. He had an entrepreneurial spirit, and I think that's where this comes from in me. But my mom's just been an incredible support system.
It's lovely.
And
you
I'm
know?
very lucky because she actually lives with us.
Beautiful. And so it's like 3 generations in a way. that
Yeah.
you're,
She always is modeling. She's
Wonderful.
always wearing them and modeling them. So
It's fabulous. Do you have a favorite? And it looks like it's really durable. Can I just hold that for a second?
Sure.
So the quality of what this is like really nice. It's like a hardy kind of fleece material,
yes.
right?
So I
Washable.
learned about fabric.
Washable, squeezable.
Yes.
Tossable, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And you could put it anywhere. Like you fold it up, put it in your pocket. You could hang it on your backpack or your pocketbook. Yep.
And not only that, but you could also you could take a couple of them for extra warmth in your pockets.
Yes,
right?
I've actually used it to hold an ice pack. So you're holding it on your hand just like that.
Right.
And I hurt the top of my hand. So I actually held the ice pack on my hand with the Meliny Wrap. And my husband and I were walking one day and I fell.
Right.
And we used it as a tourniquet.
So it's usable. It's
It's
useful.
very versatile.
Very versatile and really, really usable. I thank you for showcasing this. I love inventors, as you know,
you.
right, and entrepreneurs, because I'm all about that. And if there's a better way to do something, just do it, right?
Yeah.
It's what you did. Sometimes you told me too that the people like want to match their pet, so they'll wear one as a headband.
Yes.
I think that's a cute idea too.
Yeah, I'm
Fashion's
finding
all
that
the rage.
They're putting the Meliny Wraps on pets, and these are going on headbands.
Great.
So it's very versatile.
Now, what is the turnaround time to order something like this?
2 weeks, because
2 weeks,
I
okay.
learned how to sew in 2021.
Right?
So I'm actually making them.
You are?
Yes.
So it's customized.
It's customized.
It's one of a kind, unique, because you're actually doing it.
I'm doing the work, yes.
Lovely. Well, just beware after this airs that you might need a couple of helpers to
Yes,
help you sew.
that's what I'm hoping.
Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you
you.
so much for being here. There you go. If you want your Meliny Wrap, this is where you can get them from. But if you have an idea and you're an entrepreneur, just put it into action. If you have any questions about running a business, I'm sure Suzanne would be welcoming your call. Thanks for watching. Our next guest is a frequent visitor at Drake Media Studios because that's where she produces her show. Joining us now is Verdel Jones, and she has her own show that I am proudly stating that she actually films here at Drake Media Studios. I think she's wonderful, and I wanted her to come on the show so I could shine a light on her and all of her goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Verdel Jones. Hey!
Hi, Donna. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Our friendship goes way back.
Yes.
Because when my son Matthew was trying to get into college, you wrote a book.
Yes.
About how people could be their own best advocate.
Absolutely.
Right?
The parent agent. Yes.
Yes. I was in Boston. I remember talking to you on the phone. You were so giving about all the information that you had. And so we've been friends through the years.
Yes.
So now we're here to celebrate you, which is Conversations with Verdel Jones. And what's the tagline on that?
So the tagline for that is empowering your passion with purpose.
Okay.
I feel it's very important for people to have a passion, and usually that passion comes in the form, it comes in the forms of many different ways. But what usually happens with that passion is that you turn it into a purpose, your mission, what you're meant to do, while you're here on this earth. So I talk to people who have a passion for something and they turn that into their purpose, whether it be a business or giving, community service, whatever it is, and they share that information. And in that sharing, they're also giving people information that they may not know about. So I like that part too.
And you're not a newcomer at this. You've had your show for a while, but now this is the reboot.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
Okay, what made you decide that you wanted to do it again?
I love doing a talk show.
Okay.
I think this is probably my 9th or 10th year in this endeavor. I took a little hiatus from my own talk show because we had a family show, Let's Kick It with the Joneses.
Yeah.
I am recently retired after 30 years of being an educator, and I wanted to bring it back because I just love that interaction with people, and you meet so many fascinating, interesting people, and I just love it. So,
Speaking of that, shout out a couple of your guests. Who have you had on? I don't
Oh,
know if you
boy.
recorded so far. Not
So-
to put you on the spot because we discuss this part, but
That's all right.
when people tune in, who are they tuning into?
So I recently had on Brenda Gonzalez. She is a stylist, or I forgot the title that she used, but she's a stylist. And the thing about it is she helped me with my closet.
Nice.
She does closet refreshes and throws out a bunch of stuff and then reimagines what you have in your wardrobe. So I've had her on the show. I've also had Linda Williams on the show. She is a author and she is also a book coach. So that was a great conversation. I've had some financial people on my show as well, what to do with your money and how to invest it well. So those were great conversations.
You mean we're not supposed to just hide it under our
No.
mattress? Okay.
So they both really talked about how to invest your money well.
Good.
And then I've had a community-based organization, Choice for All, Jacob Dixon, and the filmmaker was on the show. So I've had some really awesome and amazing guests.
Now, speaking of people doing good in the community, you also have a nonprofit. What is that, Verdel?
So I have a nonprofit called Share, Inform, Enlighten, and we have been giving Poetry Slam scholarships to students that are attending a post-secondary education. We've given away $16,700 to students pursuing their education after high school. And we also do different events that kind of center around, it's Share, Inform, Enlighten.
Okay.
So my mission is to share information that enlightens individuals. And we do workshops and things like that to share information. Again, kind of ties into what the show is.
Yeah,
that
it's
people,
a great like almost like the infinity. I'm visualizing this infinity symbol.
Absolutely.
Right, where one goes into the other, into the next, into the next. So you're living so much right on your purpose.
Absolutely.
How does it feel? Like, do you feel like you have more confidence now than ever, just being you?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think, being an educator, and that's what my old tagline was, being an educator at heart. I'm dedicated to sharing conversations that inform and enlighten. And now I'm able to see that all of the things that I've done throughout my life has really made me who I am today. And I think it's very important for me to share information with individuals like I did with you, with the college information.
Yes.
So I love to have people with an expertise to share their gifts, because we're not supposed to keep our gifts to ourselves. We're supposed to share with others. And that's who I embody, and I'm walking in that confidently. So, yeah.
It's all about making impact.
Yeah, absolutely.
You really don't know when you're going to say something that is going to impact and change someone
100%.
else's journey.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like taking that skill set, if you will, and then just bringing it to light.
Absolutely.
You're really good on camera. We've been
Thank
watching you. Liam's your engineer who
Yes.
also works here on this show.
He's great.
And, it's lovely when I walk into the green room and I see you, and then I see the guest walking down the hall and they're getting excited to be on your show, just to see the energy of it.
Yeah.
And I think it comes across in your show. So people can watch it on YouTube, but
Yes.
it's also a podcast,
Yes.
right? So
Yep.
it's anywhere where media is.
That's right. You can find me.
Okay, you can
Conversations
find-
with Verdel Jones. And I want to say, Donna, thank you so much. You are a gracious host in this environment, and I really appreciate it. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And when I tell people, I'm like, hey, have you caught Verdel's, Verdel's back. I'm like, and they're really enjoying it. And I'm celebrating you. I always do like the jazz hands thing. And I'm like, Verdel Jones. But you are a powerhouse. And it's
Thank
nice
you.
to have you here.
I appreciate
So thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
So from like coast to coast and host to host, we just love bringing you the stories that we feel are going to make a difference in your lives. And by you being our audience, we cannot thank you enough, because without you, we don't have a job. We don't have a show. So thank you to our audience. And if you have topics that you would either like me or Verdel to cover, just reach out to us. Thanks for watching.
Before acting came along for you, I mean, one line sticks out from the show. You wouldn't want to have my job. We know your history and the gigs that you worked before acting came along. What was the worst gig you ever worked?
Gosh, I can't think of one that was any better than the other. I mean, the sawmill was pretty. I worked at a sawmill. That was pretty rough, and a machine shop. But then I was hauling hay when I was in junior high school, which is also not very pleasant. And I drove a truck, operated a backhoe. But I'd say maybe the sawmill, just because every day when you got home, you were just thankful. We used to have a joke that went like this. It said, "Do you know what that is? It's a sawmill worker ordering 5 beers."
Billy, that's fantastic. That's our time. Best of luck with the show, okay, brother? Take care.
Thanks, bud.
This is Donna Drake. Happy journeys.
Take my hand, come with me, and we'll find better ways to be something much more. Live it up, live it up, live it up now.
Thanks for watching Live It Up. You can visit us at liveituptvshow.com.